welcome to Crocktoberfest, Menu Monday, week number 1. I had worked hard scheduling out the month of October because there's 5 Mondays, so I wanted to make sure I had something for you every week that has to do with the crockpot. So they're all crockpot meals this month. So I hope you like your crockpot. I hope you're ready to try some new things. So let's get busy with Menu Monday, week number 1. So for our sweet and sour meatballs, what we're going to do is put everything into the crock pot except the cornstarch and the water. That's to thicken the juice once everything's done. So I'm going to start by cutting up my pineapples, and I couldn't get the little tidbits, so I just cut up the rings, and I saved the pineapple juice, just added some water to it. It's a little diluted, but it works, and it saves you from buying pineapple juice if you don't drink it. So now I'm chopping up my pepper. We're going to start adding everything to the crock pot. As always, all the ingredients are going to be at the end of this clip and on the website, along with directions on the website, and the link for that is going to be in the description box below. Last but not least, our meatballs. I used half of this bag. It says about 25 meatballs, and it was plenty for us. If you have more people to feed, you can certainly use the whole bag. I have done that before. Give everything a good mix, and we're going to cook this on high for 4 hours. You can also do this on low, and that would be 6 to 8 hours. Now the time's up. I've made a cornstarch slurry, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 1 tablespoon water, and I poured it in here, and now I'm just going to stir until it thickens. As you can see, it's got a lovely consistency coming up. And also I am making some rice to serve this on while I'm stirring. These are our plates. It was absolutely delicious. I did put some everything bagel seasoning on top. I love that on my sweet and sour. So here are the ingredients. I hope you give it a try. This is one of our favorites, actually. Our favorite crockpot fajitas are those that don't fill the crockpot with a bunch of juice. So all I do for ours, and this is for steak or chicken, today I did both because Big Daddy wanted steak and I wanted chicken. You put your peppers in the bottom, you put your onions in the bottom, and then you put your meat of choice on top. It could be either or, and you sprinkle it with fajita seasoning. That's it. I use my frozen onions, and those work just as well. You could use frozen peppers, or you could get the bag of frozen peppers and onions and use that too. This is pre-seasoned steak that I found at Walmart, and we've had that before. It's very good. So I went ahead and put that in, but it doesn't have to be seasoned because you're going to put the fajita seasoning on top. Now I'm just slicing up the chicken, and I'm going to put that in on the other side. Now for the seasoning. Now you can cook this on high 3 to 4 hours or low 6 to 8. So I did 7 on low. Mine was definitely done, but be sure to check your chicken or your steak. Now I've separated the meats here so that Big Daddy could get his and I can get mine. He ended up trying one of each. He liked them both. And I will show you a picture of my plate. I served sour cream, I had guacamole, and I had cheese. And you can use any toppings that you like on your fajitas. We love this recipe and I hope you give it a try. I don't remember doing baked potatoes in the slow cooker before. If I did, it was probably many years ago. But I thought, what a fantastic idea for like the holidays if you're going to a potluck. We only had 2 here, but you could put, like 10 potatoes in your crock pot, let them cook all day, and take the crock pot with you with your toppings, and just, there you go. So simple. So I wanted to share. And these were delicious. I even ate the skin on mine. I did wash them first. But it's olive oil and then salt. And then you just wrap them in the foil. And you put them in there for 7.5 hours on low. You can cook them on high, and that would be 4.5 to 5 hours. And just make sure they're cooked through. Mine were. I did mine on low. The only thing I missed here, you're supposed to poke the potatoes with a fork or a knife, whatever you use. Fortunately, I remembered as soon as I put the lid on, so I just took them out, unwrapped them, and poked them again. But these, like I said, they turned out really well. 7 hours on low was great for my crock pot. I know some crock pots cook differently, but yeah, I thought I'd share this. Just fantastic idea for a potluck. I'd never thought of it. So I paired mine with some pork chops that I did in the air fryer, and I'll have the ingredients at the end, and you can put whatever toppings you want on. I used sour cream, butter, and cheese. I think bacon bits would be lovely. Some chives, anything you like on your baked potato, and just take some options if you're taking it to a party. Alright, so for the chicken and dressing, I loosely followed the recipe, but I'll have that on the website. The link will be in the comment box below. But I greased the slow cooker, and then I put in my breadcrumbs. I only had a few left, so I dumped them in. Then I added the other ingredients that I had on hand. The recipe calls for cranberries, which I know would be fantastic. I just did not have any this time. I've made this before with the cranberries, and it was very good. I used frozen onions, frozen celery, things that I had in my freezer. And I used chicken breast on mine. You can use turkey breast, you can use chicken thighs, whatever you have in your freezer. And then I sprinkled this with basil, salt, and pepper. This cooks on low 5 to 6 hours, and then it's ready to serve. You take the chicken or whatever meat you have in there out and slice it, and then serve it with the cornbread. I paired mine with some boiled potatoes and carrots. It was, as always, delicious. I've done this with several different meats. Every time it turns out really good, and the chicken was super moist. I hope you give it a try. Well, I hope you enjoyed those meals. Coming up, I'm not going to give away what I'm doing every week, but they are really interesting. I've got 2 more sort of meals and sides, and I have a special Halloween one which will be done the week before Halloween, so it'll give you time to use some of the recipes if you like those. And then our last one is going to be all about desserts in the crock pot. So a fun-filled month, and if you made it to the end of this video, let's leave me a ghost emoji since it's Halloween month. Thanks guys, I love y'all, and I hope you enjoy the month. See you next week.